Basically what we're doing now is to get a better way to understand how to treat Sturge-Weber syndrome. We like to establish an animal model that will allow us to do that. So Sturge-Weber, as we know, it's a somatic mutation. You're born with it. It's a congenital mutation. So we want to create a model that would allow us to study it as closely as possible to the way that it presents itself in human beings. So I've been working along with my PI to take several different approaches to try and do this. So that looks like creating a construct and injecting it into these really small zebrafish eggs and having the zebrafish grow and then observing them to see if they show a phenotype or if they give us any insight on how to better study the disease. Zebrafish, they have extrauterine development, so you're able to see all of the processes from as soon as it's born. It looks like a spud, we call it, a spud form, and you can look under a microscope and see the entire zebrafish develop. It happens relatively quickly as well. So, and then you're able to look under fluorescent microscope and see the cells light up in all sorts of different colors and things like that. And so I think that's the biggest difference between mice. Mm-hmm. So I have aspirations of matriculating into medical school and one day becoming a physician scientist. So I'm really fortunate to have been involved on our collaboration with looking at Sturge-Weber disease, because I feel like the science means the most to me when I can see the direct clinical implications. So coming here and being at the meeting, being able to meet families and patients, it makes the work seem, I can really see the impact, and it just gives me even more motivation to try harder and hopefully come up with a model much faster so we can study the disease sooner and have better clinical outcomes very soon for patients. Sturge-Weber patients, to me, this morning I was glad that I was able to sit in on the family talks and to be able to see that sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the pathways and what the mutations are, but it's also very important to see like how it affects people's real lives and the parents, extended families, and it just makes the work seem even more so important when you see what an impact that this is having on the lives of those affected. I think that one of the best ways that Sturge-Weber patients can help us to help them is to continue to come to conferences and share their stories with us, because it is great to see how our work could one day have such a profound impact, and also to get to know what are the most important issues that the patients experience themselves, because we might be looking in a totally different direction, and it's great to hear from the ones that are directly affected what they believe that we, the scientists, should be working on, because it should be a collaborative effort to make sure that both sides are reaching towards a similar or the same goal. My main takeaway is that there are a lot of great scientists doing good work, and we are all trying to accomplish similar goals, and there are a lot, not just the patients are being affected, but also their families as well, and they all very much appreciate the work that we are doing, and we very much appreciate them taking the time to share with us and put things in perspective for us as well. So one of the greatest takeaways is just to see how everyone, patients, families, and scientists all collaborate to try and see if we can come up with a cure or better treatment for Sturge-Weber disease. I think it's important to acknowledge how scary it can be to have procedures done, to get a biopsy, to get a skin graft, or have any type of surgical procedure. Even though it might be very scary, I believe that the benefit is invaluable. I think conferences like this really give someone like me, who might one day be a mother, who's going into the medical field, it gives me a different perspective. You know, you can't imagine the feeling that the parents might have when they first notice that their child has a birthmark on their face. They don't know what the implications of that is, and when they do find out, how devastating that can be. So I just feel very encouraged, I feel like, to continue this work and to one day just have us at a point where we know everything that we need to know and we have all the treatments that we need. So a port wine stain on the face isn't such a scary thing because we kind of have it figured out.